Title: Hands, written by like S. It was rare when Tendou was quiet, especially when you were over at his house. Maybe because he was deep into the anime he was watching, or he didn't want to interrupt your focus on it. Maybe it was both. It was dark in his room, the bedroom sheets just above your waist as his hands held onto the laptop that was on his lap. The light of the screen illuminated his face beautifully. He was calm. He didn't seem so anxious or have a smug grin on his face like he usually did. He was at peace. Your eyes kept averting from the mousepad on the computer to him, specifically his hands. You wondered about the conversation he had with a friend at school, the conversation so clear still. You never really thought about what she said or the group, but she had a point. If your hand size matches perfectly with someone, I think it wouldn't be awkward to hold hands. Like, for example, if I held hands with someone with bigger hands than me, it would be awkward since he basically envelopes my hand, she had said. He looked at his slender yet long fingers on the computer. He barely moved an inch, though you felt how tense he was from the suspension of the anime. You had long gone forgotten about it, but you knew you could watch it some other time on your own time. You've held hands with him almost all the time, so it wasn't anything new. But you never thought about how it felt. It felt warm, of course, but you never noticed if his hands were the same as yours. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was bigger than yours since he did have pretty long fingers. You pondered in thought once more, missing the part where Tendou paused the anime at the ending song in order to move on to the other. Man, that was so great! I can't believe they left it on another cliffhanger, Wyan-chan. He groaned, his head laying on your shoulders. You snapped out of your thought as a soft red locks met with your face. One of them almost poked your eye, but that was okay since it happened often. Tendo picked up his head again and loaded the next episode. The clock reading 7 in the afternoon, just hours that you had gotten out of school. He smiled. A genuine smile towards the screen as he didn't skip the opening. He went back to his hands, wondering how warm they were from resting on the laptop's side. He didn't hesitate anymore as he flipped one of his hands over and placed your hand on top of his own to measure. You had caught Tendou off guard, the boy looking at you with curious or mere centimeters smaller than him. You furrowed your eyebrows before his fingers curled and held your hand. What were you doing? He nestled his face against your neck. You shook your head, holding his hand back. Nothing. Were you measuring your hands? Maybe. You felt him kiss your cheek, a soft blush going to your face upon the feeling. He squeezed your hand before opening it and held it up, measuring your hands once more. And again, you could see how you were almost the same size as him. You heard him laugh softly, feeling his lips press against your skin once more. This time, closer to your lip. Your hands are cute, no matter what. But your hands are beautiful. You responded, catching him once again off guard as blush went to his cheek. Oh, what? You got a hold of his hand. The anime long paused as you traced every curvature of it. His fingers were slender and long. His palm was overall slender too. You felt his hands getting cold, something that was common for him, but they were still warm to you. No scars were on them, so you could see his veins here and there, but overall, they were beautiful. They are so pretty, even without your tape. Tendo stared at you, his eyes looking at how you observed his hands before placing a kiss on it. You felt his heart race, his face feeling like it would boil. However, his teasing smile made an appearance. You know what else these hands can do, Wyan-chan? You turned your head to look at him, only to regret it by how he held your hand, while the other of his hand snaked downwards. You knew that it wasn't something so innocent as he had planted a kiss on your lips with that smug smile of his.